So Post Media has obtained new documents showing there was a gaming enforcement branch regulator review of slot machine play in BC casinos to check if there are money laundering concerns with slot machines. The review found that there could be concerns around the controls against suspicious transactions in slot machines. They were looking at the level of anonymous play, that is, that players with slot machines can feed money straight into the machines and get redemptions without having to identify themselves. So this could raise concerns, according to the review. And they looked at the top 10 slot players over a year period. All the identities are redacted, but it was alarming levels of cash being bet by these players. From 10 players, in just their most recent large cash transactions, accounted for 33 million, so that's about 3 million per gambler. Documents say that this slot investigation was triggered by a case that had been in the media. It's a civil forfeiture case. Post Media has written about it. And the Office of the Civil Forfeiture Director went after the assets of a man named Michael Mancini. He was, according to the allegations, stopped outside or at a casino in Chilliwack. He had been spotted driving erratically. The police approached him. He was walking into the casino with over $3,000 in cash. They asked him, "What's going on?" And he went to his car and volunteered that he had a $13,000 verified jackpot win check in his car. So a search of the car continued. They found more cash. There was another search a few months later. They allegedly found crack cocaine, a number of pills. They found more cash, more casino checks, and the police sniffer dogs found that the currencies were covered with drug residue. So the civil forfeiture tried to seize these assets, but our documents show that it turns out that the man was allowed to keep his 3 casino winnings checks worth $30,000, apparently because they're verified win checks. Now this man, in a year, had been paid $2.2 million from BC casinos. That's a lot of winning. In his response, he says that he's a bona fide gambler. So it looks like he's a pretty lucky guy. He had $374,000 in verified casino win checks out of that $2.2 million in currency. As far as BC law courts are concerned, the civil forfeiture case is over. There was a settlement. The director gets to keep $41,000 in cash seized from Mr. Mancini. The director keeps drugs that were allegedly found in the vehicle that he was driving. The director was going after a 2014 Chevrolet Camaro. The director did not get the car. Also, the director did not get 3 casino winnings checks. The gambler, Mr. Mancini, gets to keep those checks. Now, this is interesting because among his $2.2 million in total jackpot winnings were $374,000 worth of verified win casino checks. I talked to the Civil Forfeiture Director's office and said, are they interested in looking at the rest of Mr. Mancini's winnings or these $374,000 in casino checks? And the director's office said, no, case is over.